In this one verse, 3 times you hear agape, 4 times you hear love, 3 times you hear abides, 4 times there's a reference to the Christians. You cannot pull apart God and his agape from his children and their abiding. You see, the world and the church are very much different. The church, my bread here says it's the original healthy multigrain. The church understands that God himself is the bread that holds everything together. To know God as he is to be known is to recognize that he is the Alpha and the Omega. He's the beginning and the end. He's what holds everything together. Now, when we do it God's way, we'll find that there is a messy masterpiece that gets put together. You see, when he's going to be the beginning and the end, when he's going to hold us together, then we take the high protein metaphor of peanut butter, and this becomes the agape. God himself is the bread. True agape is the high protein peanut butter. The children of God, we're the messy jelly. You know, we get messy. When we're real, we get messy. And we stick to God. You know, this is, in essence, what the relationship kind of looks like. We're nothing without him. We cleave to him. We're attached to him. And now we've got love. We've got the people of God. We've got God. Well, there's one other piece. And this is the abiding koinonia. This is the fluff. This is the stuff that you just can't get enough of. That, you put it on there, and what happens is this messy masterpiece comes together in the most beautiful way. You know, you've got God at the beginning and the end. You've got the high protein piece of the agape love. You've got messy jelly in there. You got the believers, they're messy. And you've got that koinonia, you've got that abiding that binds us together in him. That's that supernatural. Now, this would be a picture of what you see as the church. The church is this messy masterpiece of a sandwich. Now, there's some other options out there. The world will pull out its Wonder Bread and talk about this wonderful God that really is not very good for you at all. Contains very little, if anything, on the inside. But we talk about its wonder. Oh, wonder God, right? Well, those that will be in the world that are going to also give you a sandwich, the dark, the children of the devil, the antichrist, the false spirits, the worldly, well, they're going to do things a little bit different. See, they're going to have some different ingredients. They, by contrast, are going to talk about a love that really isn't love. That's constituted here and represented by the thick bologna. And I just want to point out that I was able to buy thick bologna. So if you're going to get the false stuff, you might as well get the thick stuff. Right? So they have their wonder God, man-made, nothing in it. And they put, instead of real agape, instead of the high-protein nutrients, they're going to put thick bologna on there. Then, their people of God, well, the people of the false gods, these are the turkeys. The turkey. Right? So here's where they come in and say, oh, well, we've got stuff too. Look, we're going to have our sandwich too. In fact, we got lots of turkeys. Let me get some, we have lots of turkey. So in the false church, in the darkness, oh, we got a sandwich too. And in fact, ours is more healthy than yours. In fact, here, let's do this, because I think we want to spruce it up a little bit. We're going to put some fancy mustard on our church, a little Grey Poupon, right? We're going all out. And we have this added stuff. Now, I think of that, the mustard really is covering up the programs. And he say, hey, look, we can come together too. And we've got a sandwich just like you do. And as far as the koinonia goes, that holds us together, instead of fluff, we're going to do it even better. See, I've got a toothpick here, and we'll manufacture and make a man-made way. We'll hold that bad boy together. That'll really bind us together. Look, we've got a mechanical binding together. Well, friends, here's the picture of the two options you have. You got a messy masterpiece, and I want you to notice something. When God, truly God, the healthy original God, holds his people together with the abiding of the fluff, holding together in the constitution and in the context of this real agape love with messy people. We're not perfect, we're messy people. You have a sandwich that will hold together. And it's the real deal. You take what the world has to offer, and you take away the mechanical holding together, and I want you to see, well, it falls apart. But I want you to notice something. The turkey and the bologna, it stays together. And that's often the case. The false converts and the false love, it'll stay together. In fact, it'll create its own culture. The problem is it doesn't hold together. It's like an analogy of putting together a bowl of fresh fruit. You know what? Fresh fruit can get messy. It can get soft, it gets squishy, and you got to deal with it and you got to take care of it. By contrast, you could have a bowl of plastic fruit. And you know what? That'll look great forever. The problem is you'll never get any nutrients. You can't sustain life with plastic fruit. The real stuff, yeah, it might get messy, but it's the only place where life can come from. And it's going to require from you and me to do something with it all the time. But my prayer is that you and I together will say, we want the original God, not the man-made one. We want the real high-protein agape to serve as our base. We'll acknowledge that we're messy people, and we want the fluff of koinonia to hold us together because that's God's supernatural glue. That's him from start to finish, where you can't pull us apart. This is the essence of koinonia. Friends, this is what God in his word is telling us, is that we're to be this example. Nobody's going to come for that bologna turkey sandwich that has nothing of substance in it, where only the turkeys and the bologna, only where the lies and the liars stick together. Sadly, the enemy will use that, and he will draw many people unto himself and damn so many who will say, hey, I've got a sandwich just like you. No, you don't. I know you might think so, but when you get down to the core, it's not the same.